And there she blows.
What is up?
Look out! Place is on fire!
It's on fire! The planet! Bombs and heat!
Get me! Gasoline pumping!
That's right! Sheets are retired! What is happening?
Yeah.
Here we go, again.
What's happening? That's what's happening.
That's the sound there.
Exactly.
Nothing like a cold beer after another cold beer.
Which probably leads to another cold beer, I believe.
That's right.
Beer after beer after beer.
Oh, it is hot today, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
nice, though. Better than snow and
Dang.
wind and cold.
Right. What do they say about today? It's hotter than a doorknob at a whorehouse on nickel night.
Nickel night.
That's hot, baby.
That's awesome.
Woohoo! How is
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
doing today?
We're beating the heat is what we're doing.
That's right. Sitting in some air conditioning,
Yes.
and
Still
it
sometimes-
feels nice.
It does.
We're at the Dover of Palace on the summer road tour.
Woohoo!
Stop number 4.
Oh, this
Number
is exciting.
4.
Stop number 4. How long are we going to go? Nobody knows.
That's
I
right.
love it. I love it.
It is a road tour.
This would be nice if Mother Nature nice breeze through the throwaway here. We could be here Lake Erie, but not today.
That's right.
It's still the day.
It is.
I feel like everybody's freaking out about how hot it is. Haven't most people here lived in Ohio all your life?
Right.
Don't you remember? Like, the summer comes around eventually.
Well, it's funny because they have the water park over there in Mayfield Heights, and they had that festival Sunday. It was like dead in a doornail. Everybody was at the water park, so all these vendors were pulling out because they didn't have nobody there. They didn't want
Right.
to walk around.
These are the same people that complain about the cold. Fuck you. Get used to it, man. It is.
Just bring extra water. If not, bring some road pops.
Every
Ah,
summer, people are like,
cold.
oh my god, it's so hot, I can't wait for it to cool down. Every
Yeah.
winter, oh my god, it's so cold, I can't wait for it to be summer.
Then there's those damn people that like pumpkin latte.
Right.
Oh
Pumpkin
yeah,
spice
pumpkin
beer.
season, that's right.
Yeah.
And I go
Pumpkin latte. What the hell is that?
some coffee with some fucking
Oh,
pumpkin.
coffee. I thought you meant that pumpkin beer.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, Shock Top is pumpkin beer. I
Pumpkin
think.
beer. How to
What?
drink a pumpkin beer. Step 1. Throw it in the trash.
Step 2, don't buy it.
A little predictable, Scott. I knew exactly what
Oh,
you were gonna say.
yeah. Garbage.
Well, anyway, I myself am Phillip McCrevice, and you are tuning in to another exciting edition of Mercury Maniacs, where we're not brainiacs. And I have with me RedHottScott, the AI robot,
Does not compute.
and also we have a rose among thorns. We have Crafty Keri.
Woo! Yeah.
Ooh.
And Crafty Keri, who's your new little friend?
I don't have a name for him, but he is our little monkey friend. I had to fix his tail. I thought he was too excited to see me. He was in the wrong position.
Yeah, well, I did let him roast in the car this morning. Whoopsie, but he
Stay away
survived.
from me.
Yeah, I think his arm got tired playing with his tail.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
See what happens with too much masturbation, boys?
Oh, boy. All right, well, I got to press the button for that.
Jeez.
Takes a lot of extra effort to press the buttons today.
It is.
Oh, we need a remote.
Where's my button pressing stick?
Oh, I forgot it at home, but I'll bring it tomorrow.
Oh, excellent.
Right. I was going to use the monkey's tail, but deflated.
It's deflating slowly but surely.
Well, I got a question for you fine young folk here.
Okay.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
The Roman Empire.
Thursdays.
Thursdays, every Thursday?
Mhm.
Well, Uh-oh, I think there's an inside joke here.
No, I just laughed at. I was watching some ancient alien stuff, and they were just talking about the Roman Empire. So that was the last time I thought about it a week ago.
Okay. Well, Mercury is the Roman god of tricksters. We're goofballs, degenerates, and not that drunkomaniacs. Tune in weekly or you'll be square. Miss an episode, don't you dare.
All right. Don't make them Romans mad.
Yeah.
Finally got the tagline right for once because I actually read it off this time.
Oh, awesome.
Ooh. What is good has happened this week to anybody?
It got hot.
One good thing from everybody, please.
So for me, it has been a week of enlightenment. It means a lot of dark, deep angerment has made me realize that we can't be so negative, that we have to take that negativity and make it an opportunity to make things better for ourselves.
Turn that frown upside down, right?
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
Ah,
That's a great thing.
thank you.
What about you, McCrevice?
Well, I think negativity is almost my superpower because I look at the positive and the negative aspect of every situation,
Yeah.
and I don't put my blinders on. Just think positive thoughts. Just think positive thoughts. I guess I would consider myself a realist.
I like it.
Yeah,
A
because
rolling ball of negativity.
if you get a little bit of negativity in your life, just a little bit, like a little bit of spice, a pinch of negativity, then you can realize when the positive things do come around, and you can
channel it.
appreciate them.
But sometimes really negativity is to teach you that people look at things at a different perspective, and then you have to be the one to be like, okay, I see their opinion, I understand it, you don't want to negate them, then you got to go, okay, how do we take all this wrong, or opinions, or matters or situations, and how do we influence others in a way to get something done that is going to complete the task and always propel you forward?
That's right.
That's
Hey,
good.
Pauletta, how's it going? Yeah, we are on the summer road trip. So we are down in Dover for stop number 4 today.
Yeah.
And, we're just going to different spots all around town, find some new digs, see what we can see, and thank you guys for hosting us today.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on over.
Oh yeah.
Made my life much easier
Yes.
on my one day off a week.
Guess what I learned?
What'd you learn?
All right. You only have one birthday. The rest are just congratulations for surviving.
I know that definitely would work for Gunsmoke.
Yes.
Well, that's funny you should say that because I feel like I saw a comic. It was a couple of aliens, and they're saying, "Congratulations on continued existence day." And the other
Yes.
alien looks and says, "Wait a minute, I thought we just had that." And I was like, "No, that was communal existence day, New Year's, but this is personal existence day, birthday."
Huh.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Frickin'
cool.
aliens.
I do though. I have to tell you, I was at the restaurant and I had a lady come in and her son turned 1, and they had a happy birthday sign, and she was the one like celebrating and stuff. She goes, "Yeah," she goes, "It's my birthday too. It's the birthday of my son." She goes, "This is really cool. I got grandma, grandpa, and dad." And she goes, "I get to sit here and gorge on this beautiful seafood while the kids run around and leave me alone." They got to look at the pirates, the beautiful
Right.
aquarium, all the fishies, and she
Yeah.
was just happy.
Then
So
you get stuck watching them.
everybody else did, but it was just like, yep, it's his birthday. It's
Well,
mine
that's a
too.
good thing, right?
Yeah.
Did they go? Did they go see the pirate movie after they were done at the restaurant?
I don't know.
I heard it was rated R.
Ah!
Yeah.
Walked into that one.
Oh, that's funny.
So today is a hot day, and I figured on this hot day, who better to come figure out how to beat the heat than RedHottScott?
That's right.
RedHottScott, you got some stuff going for
Yeah.
us here today?
Yes, I did. I looked up some things, and I was like curious about myself too.
Okay.
And it was like things you didn't know. Actually, they have names for these things that you didn't know,
Oh.
which is like, I didn't know either.
You don't know what you
I
don't know.
didn't know.
Okay.
There you go. So
Okay, here we go.
we'll ask a few of them.
Okay.
All right. There was actually names for these things that exist, and I'm going to describe them, and then if you guys can guess, that would be super bonus trivia question points.
Oh boy.
All right.
Cool.
But then if not, we'll learn something today.
If not, we got the elephant walk
Right. There's a space. There's a space between your eyebrows, and it has a name. What is it called? The space between your eyebrows.
Unibrow.
No,
Forehead.
that's , 'That's 1 eyebrow. No, it's
Yeah.
called
My third eye.
Glabella.
The Glabella.
Glabella. Spell like
Oh.
this.
Glabella.
Glabella.
That's
Glabella.
definitely either an Italian derivative or
Space between your eyebrows. I'm like, the fuck? You know?
Uh-oh, we got someone commenting in.
They're just giving me a message here.
Yeah. My song. All right. And the way it smells after the rain is called.
Umbrella.
It smells after the rain.
Oh, I always call it the cleansing. I've earthy. It's always the cleansing. I don't know.
Petrichor.
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 You know, you probably could use these all in
The
those two words in a
rain.
sentence, and nobody would know what you're talking about.
No clue.
That would be fun,
Petrichor.
though.
Smells like Petrichor. I was just
I got
wondering, is
sweat
that
coming
like
down my galibia
it's all the
after the Petrichor.
dog and animal piss fucking circulating?
That's actually put these in a sentence.
Petrichor. I'm like, you know, I'm like, so
Gotta
that's what
love
it's
it.
called. All right, the rumbling of the stomach is actually called when your stomach growls. What is that? There's a word for it.
Undulation?
No.
Darn. That's a pretty good word, though.
You got a guess? Crafty?
You know, I'm trying to think about this. You know what? I'm gonna.
I think we're going to use
Frosty.
this word. No, we're going to use
Something
this
that's
word.
like
It's
makes
called
you a hungry hippo.
when your stomach growls, it's called a wamble.
Oh,
A wamble.
A wamble.
so we could drink a wobbler and maybe get a wamble.
Right. That,
I'll
Get
Wamble.
a wobble
I
water
just
and
had
a
a
wamble.
wamble.
Oh,
Just had a wamble, and I was like, yeah, I want one too.
oh, a wamble.
Oh my. Let's see what else I got.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to get any of these. These are all very specialized.
I don't know. Some of you might get it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying not to look, so I'm trying not to cheat.
That's okay. The day after tomorrow. There is a word for the day after tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's there.
It's very close.
Tomorrow.
I thought it was just morrow. I was just gonna go a little bit.
No,
It was just gonna go from like the Shakespeare time.
it's called an overmorrow.
Overmorrow.
So tomorrow is an overmorrow
So
for
the
today.
day after tomorrow, 2 days from now,
Is
it's an
Overmorrow.
overmorrow.
So-
The fuck?
So 2 days from
Tomorrow.
now would be what, Thursday?
Well, let's see. Today is Monday.
Yeah, it's
So tomorrow. Would
that
be
would be an
Wednesday.
overmorrow.
I'm over this morrow.
Right. We'll talk about this tomorrow.
In golf, that would be called an eagle.
All right.
There you go.
Right. Okay, this is one. I'm thinking somebody might get this. The wire cage that holds the cork in a bottle of champagne is called
The cork holder.
a piece of shit that gets in my way.
The cork cage.
Yeah,
No.
it's a wire that goes over it. You have to unscrew it to pop the cork.
Yeah, it's called an Agaffe.
Oh,
Why do you think we're gonna get that?
I don't know. You're a bunch of drunks.
It's not wine, it's champagne. It's like I would know the formal term
Oh,
of
okay,
Agaffe.
that's true.
All right, I got to get a little bit of revenge here. So we were talking
All right.
about tomorrow, and we're talking about golf. 1 stroke under par is a birdie. 2 strokes under par is an eagle. Do you know what 3 strokes under par is called?
A double eagle.
It is not double.
I
It's
know.
it's a single. It's a bird. What bird is it?
I should know this.
It's actually like a pretty cool bird too. You hang it around your neck.
Hang it around your neck.
You ever heard of that?
No, I believe it or not, I am stumped today.
It's like a beast of burden, but flying form. It's an albatross.
Okay, like I would remember that.
Yeah. 'Cause somebody in the golf
I
world
didn't even know
actually-
that was a bird.
You didn't know about an albatross? Oh, really? You never heard like an
I thought-
albatross around your
I
neck?
thought that was that motherfucker's an albatross.
I thought that was the restaurant in
society,
Cleveland
right?
Heights.
Oh,
whatever.
God.
But hey, but you know what's funny? I haven't watched golf, and I don't think I've ever heard say, "And he got an albatross."
Well, it's super,
He's
super
going.
rare.
He's going for the albatross. He goes, "Hey, everybody, silence." I mean, you never hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about as rare as a hole-in-one.
Oh,
There you go.
we might have to look for clips for that. That could be like some kind of celebration. That should be like confetti falls out of the sky or something.
Well, it's kind of funny because I was just like lazily watching sports on a TV the other day, and like, oh my God, he's got an albatross. That's only like the second one that's happened in the past decade. And they cut to the guy who hit the shot, and he didn't even see it go in. So you're just like, what? what? Like, there's no celebration whatsoever.
Oh.
And so I told him that he went in. It went in. He was like,
I think there should be. I think there should be a prize for that.
Cool, I got a double eagle. Fucking
Right.
kick ass.
Right. Like I got a hawk.
Right.
Should be-
Albatross. Don't call me an albatross. All right. When you combine an exclamation mark with a question mark, this is referred to as
Over exclamating.
inquisitive,
right.
exciting, and excitative.
Excited quiv, I like it.
Now,
There you
this is a great word. I like this word.
I'm sure you do. Whatever.
Yes. It's referred to as an Interrobang.
Oh, what?
Interrobang.
Interrobang. Oh,
He said
boy.
L-I-N-T-E-R-R-O-bang. An Interrobang.
Can't make that up.
It's like a
Right.
Beavis and Butthead.
Right,
He
an
just said
Interrobang. It's like an Interrobang. I don't think that's fucking...
Intro.
I'm going to use that word.
This is not an
I'm
outro.
intro banging. Leave me alone.
I think they mean like interrogating, inquisitive, intro,
Uh-huh.
and bang as in like exclamation point. Yeah, okay, I get it.
Okay.
All right. The condition of finding it difficult to get out of bed in the morning is called...
Ooh, I've definitely heard this one before.
Depression.
Sluggishness.
No.
Keri.
Right.
It's gotta tell you, I'm
All
not
right.
the happy person.
It's called-
in the morning.
Get up, you lazy fucking bastard. No.
It's called Give Me a Coffee.
Right. It's called Dysania.
Dysania.
Oh,
Dysania.
I think
Die is a sign you lazy bastard who won't get up.
die referring to sleep. You believe so?
I don't see.
I don't know.
Stupid words and even... Oh, this is another one I want to use.
If these were medical terms, I'd do a little better.
Nah, this is another one I definitely want to use at some point.
Oh, like a medical term for
Not-
this part of your body. You know what this is called?
No.
You really?
No.
It's called a Weenis.
I thought it was called the Weenis now.
It's called a Weenis.
It looks like a fucking zit. What the fuck is that?
It's the Weenis on your
Okay.
elbow.
It's on your elbow.
Don't be stroking your weenus over there,
I
dude.
can't really stroke that thing. It's
Thank
just-
God
it's
he's not
just
showing
there.
us his taint.
I don't think that's a medical term.
Get him, balloon monkey.
What a pain in the patella.
That's right.
You guys know what a patella is?
Yes.
Yes.
Kneecap.
The kneecap. All right. The utterly sick feeling you get after eating or drinking too much is called... This is a cool word. You're going to like this one.
Nausea.
No.
Yeah, I see it.
Utterly sick feeling.
Something to do with an udder.
Uh-huh.
Overly sick. Utterly nauseous.
Yeah, that's good. It's called crapulence.
Oh gosh.
I feel very crapulent today. Crapulence.
That's great.
I know.
It probably means you're going to poop next.
Hey, yeah, there's got to be something.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that
Yeah.
word created for the famous John D. Crapper?
That's right.
Crapulence.
Crapulence.
All right, I'm gonna get a sound check real quick. Keep going.
He's old man. All right. But sounds like I got one
Okay.
that you guys might be able to get.
I've heard about this
Yeah,
as well.
no, it's not that.
I
This
do
one-
like these, though.
Yeah, they are pretty cool. I was like, cool,
I
learned
think
something.
we do words of the day and hang them up places.
Yeah, well.
Oh, was that it? 'Cause
Too much
I
work.
got one for. I got one.
Well,
for
I'm going to say this one will determine the winner. This one, there's a tiny plastic table placed in the middle of a pizza box. What is that called?
Topper.
Darn it! What is that thing?
A Barbie's table when I was a kid.
Yeah, it looked like a picnic table.
Yeah.
Keeps the cardboard off the fucking
It
cheese.
was called the Barbie's table. Look at
And
Barbie's
the
got me
dasher
picnic
spills it on the
tables.
floor.
Right. You could poke people with those. Those hurt too, by the way.
See, I actually,
Yes, sir.
quick aside here. I heard a story from the internet, so I'm not sure if it's true or not. So I guess we'll put it back on the internet and ask people to verify this. That said that that little table thing they put on the pizzas, that's supposed to be so you can rip the pizza slices apart without touching them.
I think that.
it's to keep the cheese off the damn motherfucking top of the
No,
box.
I actually think that that's why
And
he
you
has his
crush the
clowns so you can
motherfuckers,
pull them
right.
apart.
Yeah, but haven't you seen like plenty of pizzas without that little plastic thing, and it doesn't get on the box?
Well, that's the only part that doesn't have the cheese on it, you know.
It's probably because there's a lot of
At least-
toppings. Like
Yeah.
like
No,
I do.
it's so it's actually so they could stack them. You know, it's called a box tent. That's what it's called when you order them. It's a box tent.
That's actually a simple thing.
I know. I figured you'd get that. Had a few other ones. That was just kind of interesting to see that some stupid shit has names for it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Did we ever look up what a water moccasin is actually called for shoes that go into the pool, into the river or the lake?
I thought it was just called water shoes.
Water.
I go water moccasins.
Right.
I think that may come
Flippers.
Flippers. No. Anyways, I have a pair. Got them cheap at one of the local like retail stores like
Yeah.
no, not Walmart. I
They
don't
got
think so.
flood boots. They're like waders. I mean, you know, they just put them on. You could kind of walk in there.
I just call those rubbers.
Yeah,
Oh, waders?
yeah,
they're
like
just big
those are like
rubbers. They're oversized rubbers.
fishermen use them and stuff. But there are actually things meant for walking.
Yeah.
In water.
Yeah.
And they're called water moccasins. You say?
I call them water moccasins.
I think those are like the shoes, right? The little shoe booties.
They're like shoes. Yeah, they just look like you
Yeah.
slip them on, and then it's cool. Like you can wear them without socks because it's pretty cushiony inside. It's probably a pair of shoes that have more cushions. And if our beer guy's getting us beer, we totally would love one. Oh yay!
I'll take one of those green ones. Thank you.
So how is that lime beer? The garage beer is not bad. I mean, I tried it. So what do you think about the lime?
You know,
Is it sugary or is it just a clear, crisp taste of lime?
it's not really that sugary.
No.
I kind of I liked lime beers back in the day, and then I kind of fell off for a long time until I tried one of these green ones, and it says the small batch brewed. So
So I really gotta tell you something. Instead of paying high prices, just buy a regular beer and cut a lime,
yeah,
or buy the lime juice. We used to do that.
that's true.
Ready?
ASMR.
Ready? Ready for the gulp gulp?
Uh-huh. There you
Oh, that
go.
was super cold.
Ooh, those were the freezer ones.
Yeah, we got freezer beers.
Freezer
it's making
beers
me
are nice.
making me burp. So, let's talk a little bit about summer. We got graduation parties, festivals going on, and we got a lot of stuff going on globally. But I hope people take time to spend with their families, enjoy, take mini vacations, even if it's a 1 hour road trip,
One tank trip.
one take trip. But you know what? My restaurant, the Crafty Crab, has a party room, and we do hold plenty of space to have family reunions. Matter of fact, they have one coming up at the end of July.
Oh.
There's a party of 85. We had it last year.
Yeah.
So we have that. We have family reunions we can host, especially in the heat. We can make accommodations. I do have a catering menu. We could do things in advance. We can do
Right.
non-menu items if we need to accommodate.
What, really?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
non-seafood.
wow.
People that have seafood allergies.
I do.
I tried some of that. Terrific. That was
Actually-
fantastic.
You two wonderful people. If you guys remember when we did that, and I want to do this, Mike Skidmore, when we did his fundraiser. And
Yeah.
just so you guys know,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. this
I-
is
I meant-
Cuppies.
by the way, I miss him.
Hey.
These are little
Right.
gifts.
This is a
Actually,
couple-
I was supposed to give away at his thing, but it was meant for me to keep.
Yeah.
Oh, these
I
are
found
cool.
this lady's a local vendor somewhere in Geneva.
Oh, yeah.
When
Okay.
we went to that ACDC whatever with that thing in Geneva that one year.
Kiss Fest. Kiss
the Kiss
Fest.
Fest.
Oh, yeah. You wanted the best.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, with that being said, so we're able to do that. But if you guys remember, we did like a surf and turf. We did some shrimp and
Sure.
steak.
That's right.
So like
Special accommodation request.
Special
And it has air conditioning.
yes, and by the way, the fire room is so cool, and it's nice
Oh
because
my, that's nice.
you can see outside at the windows.
Yeah.
At the space.
Big screen TV for any
Yes.
games going on.
Or
Oh,
if you
yeah,
want to
'cause,
plug in,
uh,
if you want to plug in
Yeah,
pictures, you want to get your
do a
laptop
little
up.
stream.
Oh,
It's
that's
got
cool.
little
Yeah.
videos and all that. Oh, it's a
Yeah, it's also a
beautiful
great
place to have a party.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice. It gets you beat out of the heat. Again, even like engagement party. That's
Yeah.
perfect for it, or a dinner
Yeah.
rehearsal, something like
don't
that.
don't look at me. I'm not going to engage anytime soon.
Okay.
Yeah, he's engaged to be engaged.
Right, right. I'm just looking at you because it's weird to turn this way. Apparently, I slept on the couch. I slept
Oh,
on
yeah.
the bed couch.
Right.
because I was restless
I went
yesterday.
and grabbed some beer, and there was some albatross attacking my box 10 pizza box. There was a fucking blue jay getting into the pizza. I had to kick at it.
That's funny.
Albatross. And I
Hey,
have to
Mr.
worry about
Blue
that
Jay.
the Overmorrow, you know.
Hey, look at that. Oh,
Right.
that's great. You know, actually, that might
I'll
not be
probably have
bad.
crapulence that day. You know?
Oh boy, crapulence. I just hope you won't have to defenestrate.
I'm calling off and away. What's the problem? I got crapulence. You better take 2 days. I better. I'll see you on the Overmorrow, dickhead.
Overmorrow.
So
Golly,
does anyone
gee.
know what the proper terminology for pooping is?
Excreting.
No. It's called evacuating your bowels.
Evacuation, huh?
Yep.
Oh, I always thought that was a Cascada song, Evacuate the Dance Floor.
But maybe he means his bowels. that's what's happening.
Dance, baby, dance. Evacuate the dance floor.
Yeah.
So he's flatulating because he had crapulence.
Oh, my.
Proper term for farting is
Right.
flatulence.
All right, I got one for you.
Okay.
Do you know what the proper term is for to throw someone or something out of a window?
Littering.
No, I don't think littering necessarily has to be out the window.
Yeah.
I would say eviction.
Well, it's actually not that close, but there's actually a very famous event that happened in Prague that kicked off the 30 Years' War. They threw the diplomats out of the window.
Okay.
And when they did it the first time, that was fine. But when they did it the second time, that started off a 30-year continental war all across Europe. And it
Oh.
was called the Second Defenestration of Prague.
What is it?
Defenestration,
Defenestration?
or to defenestrate, to throw
Or-
out the window.
To defenestrate.
Yes. And especially when you're throwing a person out of a window.
Oh, beautiful, because I can be mad and be like, I'm going to defenestrate that.
I'm going to defenestrate you. And you're
Right.
like,
People aren't even
what
gonna
does
know
that mean?
Don't worry about it.
It's right over here. Step by this looking glass, and I'm going to explain to you.
Oh, that's great.
Was
These would
it-
be great, like
was that
little
what movie?
signs to put up, defenestrate and put it on a window.
Was that
With
what
two
mo-
people.
No defenestrating.
Yes!
I always think of that movie Braveheart when the king goes, the king's son goes, this is my boy Phillip or whatever he is. He goes, he knows something about war, and he's like, oh yeah, come on, tell me about it. He brings it by the window and he just throws it out.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly
He
what it is.
defenestrated that poor boy.
Yes, he did.
Could you guys imagine?
Yeah, tell me all about it. He goes, I was like, oh, that's great.
Could you guys imagine, like, on the porta potties, instead of vacancy and no vacancy, it put crapulence? I agree.
Oh, crapulence. Oh,
Just
my
put crapulence. Infatuation.
God almighty.
We can't confuse people. They're already confused.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
learning new words today.
And sometimes you go up to those porta potties and they see the red, but it's red and green, but they still try to yank on the door.
Right, that'll get them moving, right?
Well, it's actually, I kind of understand, because you don't know if that is actually working, but it's only 2 turns. 1 or 2. It's not like a whole roundabout, so I don't know why. I walk past that. And I never use the very front ones either.
I'm a simple man. I see red, no go.
So, I ask you guys a crazy question. So,
Oh boy.
I do a lot of shopping for work and I go places. And sometimes I have to use the restrooms, right? I'm one of those people, I swear to goodness, like today, let's say I have to, what you would say, evacuate my bowels. I want to do it, away from everybody, right? Does it never not seem I could be at the furthest stall and somebody comes next to you as you're literally letting loose and you're like, why couldn't you put the other 15 stalls in front of you? Seriously, you heard the door only open, so that means one other person entered while you're in there.
Weirdos.
I know, I'm still going, but my point is you chose the wrong stall to get into. Like, you don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody's bodies is different. Like if you eat asparagus, everybody knows what your pee smells like, right?
There's probably a word for that.
What?
Right.
Oh,
Asparagus pea.
it probably is.
Right.
But I'm telling you, I swear to God, just the most annoying thing, I'm like, I always look to be like, oh, I don't want to be next to that person. What if they're pooping? And my other favorite thing is people will be on the phone talking for everything about their entire life. Like, I know people's social security numbers. If I actually sat in a women's bathroom, I could record stuff. I really have people's bank accounts, ATM.
Oh boy.
It's just it's the craziest thing. I know who's been in and out of jail, what cousin has money
I've been
where.
using all those ones, like, the private ones, the family ones. I don't care what the hell they
That's
are.
what I-
You usually got the lock and it's private. I just come up there and gimp and
No, actually,
identify everybody out of my way.
no, but actually,
Oh jeez.
no, but Scott's right. I have also
Yeah,
been doing,
fuck 'em.
and they always have toilet paper. I know this is weird.
That's right.
It's cleaner,
And
Is that-
everybody's scared to use them. It's
Right.
like you got no weight, and
but I will
I
tell
just
you.
go use it.
But it's sort of funny though. You ever see the little kids' toilet in there?
Oh boy, I've not been in as many bathrooms as I thought because I've never seen a little kid.
Okay,
little
so the
kids'
family,
toilet.
the family one, they have like the whole pull down for the baby. They have a little baby. Some of them actually are so fancy. You actually could put this baby on the wall in a thing and tie him in, and they have these little tiny kids' toilets, right? Here's the funniest thing.
No, I thought that was a beer holder.
Ah! I did not know about this. Oh boy.
The sink, but you have your own sinks. The whole
I
thing-
didn't look that deep.
So they'll go to. See, I go to Sam's
See,
Club.
what am I missing out?
A Sam's Club. I go. This is what they have. But here's the funniest thing. I'm looking at this little kid's toilet, and I'm thinking, when we were kids, we didn't have a toilet that small. We had to crap on the big people's toilet. And I'm telling you guys, next time I'm there, I'm gonna take a picture. You guys can see the size difference, right? And
Right.
I'm like, what? Us poor kids had to have a step stool. Remember our parents? Wonder why we were afraid to be potty trained. We were afraid to get sucked in. I mean, this thing got a little tiny
That's
seat and
right.
everything.
Right.
One of those missing kids. Where did that kid go?
The toilet got
The toilet monster. Went to the restroom. I haven't seen him in 6 years. Christ almighty.
Oh, so back to that, right? So,
Whoa.
I have a question. What else are we talking about? What's your other
Ah,
topic?
shit, whatever. Yeah, let's just talk about whatever.
So,
I got all the answers. Ask me anything.
Mm.
Oh.
let's do
Well,
it.
actually, I got a couple of things
go ahead, Dicker.
loaded up for our conversation. So going back to waders, the ones that you pull all the way up to your armpits to make sure you don't get wet.
Uh-huh.
I will tell you a word to the wise: do not fall down when you're wearing the waders.
Because all the water gets
All
inside?
the water gets inside.
There's no relief valve?
There is
Sure.
no relief valve.
See, now,
Yeah.
they need a relief valve.
See, I was working at Geauga Lake as a teen, and they have some water rides, right?
Mhm.
They have like a log flume,
Right?
and I must have drawn the short straw that day because the ride was ceased operations for I don't remember why. So they whoever the powers that be said, "Hey, Phillip McCrevice, come on over here. I got something for you." I was like, "Cool. Is it candy?" No, it's waders.
No.
Oh.
So they said, "Why don't you go ahead and toss these waders on and go walk around in the filthy lagoon and clean it out."
Oh.
And my 16-year-old self was like, "All right."
You
So
know,
there.
What's that name? What's that name? Mike what? From the Dirty Jobs guy.
Row.
Yeah,
No
he'd be
idea.
very proud of you because that is definitely a dirty job.
Yeah. So there I was. I got the waders on, and I was walking around in the filth pond, and I was picking up all the things that people were throwing off the ride for the past who knows how many months or
How
years.
deep was it?
It was about up to my nipple.
Yeah, that's deep.
So I was walking around, and I was like, I see quite a bit of filth over in this area here over by the fence. Let me go clean that up right quick. And it just happened to be over in the area where people can put a quarter in the machine and splash their friends.
Oh!
And I didn't think anything of this, my neophyte brain. I was like, all right, well,
I didn't even know they had that. Fudge! I missed that excitement.
that's how you got your friends the wettest. You waited for them to come around the last bend, and you put a quarter in the thing, and it shot a big rocket and got everybody wet. Well, I came close to this thing to try to clean up the trash, and I see a unencumbered youth with a wry smile stretching across his face
Punk.
Love this kid right now.
and
Yeah.
making heavy eye contact with me, and I realized he's holding a quarter. But he's not just holding a quarter to examine it, he's holding it up above his head so I can see it. Because he's about to put that quarter in the water jet, and he's about to get me utterly soaked. And I thought, Oh no. So what did I do? Fight or flight response. I wasn't about to go over and fight the kid because I was far away. So I decided to turn around and try to run away from this dousing of the jet of water.
And
I miscalculated badly. It's very hard to run in waist deep water in waders, and I promptly fell over. I promptly got all the sludge water all down my waders, and it just infiltrated every crevasse.
so you're probably better to run towards him.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Now throw the garbage up. That kid was me, by the way.
It probably would have been if you
Oh,
were,
yeah.
and you're
Great.
like, look at this kid in waders.
So when you wear waders, there's two things. Because I grew up in a flood zone. You're supposed to like go in there pretty much with no or flat shoes on there, so in case you do fill up with water. And it's supposed to be suspended, tied, so if it fills in that and it's strapped, it doesn't weigh you down or drag you down with the dead weight of the water. So it's supposed to be where there's a disconnect button. So those motherfuckers sent you out there, no training, to pick up garbage and sludge water.
Yep.
Damn, dude, that's why I asked how high it was. You're like, this water's nipple high.
I
So
got
there's some waders where they were like
to-
almost neck high.
They were like, right here. The water's like right here.
Jesus Christ, you shouldn't wade really past.
I'm surprised they
stomach
allow
level.
a 16-year-old and ask if you can
Right.
swim or anything.
Some
Hey,
kids
chuck
come up
me in
and
there.
say, get out there and get some trash.
Take out the trash.
So here's a question for you, Mr. Expert about the waders.
Mm-hmm.
Once you've gotten water in your waders, how the hell do you take them off?
Well, you're done. You got to strip them.
It was like suction cupped onto me.
All right, did you have your shoes on?
No, I was barefoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have any clip device to release them? Because you're supposed to be able just to peel them, and they should come right off.
I was shirtless.
And so you had those straps on there, like those suspenders? Or
No, I
anything
went
like that?
strapless. I was a tube top.
Oh.
Yeah, they're supposed to just like peel off. So if you get them in there, you could either use them as a flotation device, but you weren't trained. You didn't know.
Well,
how
it
to
was
get
like
the
my
stuff.
whole leg was just suction cupped into.
Oh, yeah.
It was water. It was like.
Right. 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 And then, like, the
Wow.
backup plan always is if you have to, you have to carry a blade to cut the damn things. It should be rubber, but
But I really think that they should have some kind of safety valve
Well,
you can release.
they do it. Those are leaks, so people don't do it, and
That's because people don't
we get
maintain their
the
equipment.
sons of bitches. If you hated them, you always did a little poke with something in their way to,
Yeah,
get
but
that
that
slow
rub-
weak.
Yeah, but
it just sucks.
That rubber's hard. It's
Yeah,
hard to penetrate. I mean, think about it. I had duck boots that lasted
sure.
longer than anything I ever had.
Sure, and then sometimes like they have like the swimsuits or the wet body suits and all that you could wear underneath it. But you should probably if you're wearing waders in an emergency is an emergency, and then there should be proper training. They should be sending no 16-year-old kid into a
No.
damn leach bed or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
especially
even care if
the
it's
water
nipple
more than
deep,
waist
but
waist high.
Well, I was a very formidable 16-year-old. I was able to run all the rides.
Yeah,
Ooh, okay, so you're tall.
you're a valuable employee.
So,
Yeah, I know. I had to put my foot in the foot thing and press the button with my hand.
so I will tell you something though. Now this I self-elected. So I had a friend tuck me into going whitewater kayaking.
Oh boy.
Take lessons up in Ohio Pile. So first of all, let me tell you, I'm not a big fan of kayaking, but I'm like, screw it. Why not? What am I gonna do for a whole weekend? So your first lesson is you have to get into the kayak before we're not even in the water. You have to get in and they have to fit the kayak to your feet, okay? The length and stuff. Your feet are supposed to be in a certain way with your legs. Well, because if some people have really long legs and short legs, okay? The next thing is there's this thing, it's I forget what it's actually called, but basically it's dressing that you're pretty much sewn into.
Oh, is that the crapula?
It's so the water doesn't get into the kayak while you're kayaking, okay? Now, that's great. Got that all figured out. So now you got to carry your kayak. Okay, cool. They're heavy, by the way, just so everybody knows. So you can drag it. So
Well, they're not as heavy as a canoe.
No, actually, no. But some of these kayaks are heavy. So finally we get to our first lesson. We're down. We get into the water. The first thing he goes, you guys are going to do the skirt. It's called skirting.
Skirting.
So they skirt you in. They teach you, they flip you over, and you have to learn how to release yourself, come up to the top of the kayak, okay, and not panic. Because if you're in a panic situation, you will not release your skirting. Let me mind you, it is July, and the water was fucking cold. I'm like, it's cold because remember it's constant running river water out of the mountains. So we get there. I'm like, cool, not a big deal. So I was able to do the skirting. I wasn't really where it came out. Everything else real quick. The guy was like, wow. Now came to him learning about the rapids. Well, apparently Keri doesn't know how to kayak, so I don't really know how to use all my tools of not kayaking, right? So I took off all the way down a rapid. I'm the sport instructor, all the way into another bunch of people. I survived. And just sat there and I said, fuck this after that. I didn't go the second day. I got out.
I'm done.
Listen, you guys. It was
I did my skirting. I'm out of here.
I figured that. I know how to get out of it. The whole thing.
Gulching and everything.
Yeah, because they teach you about all the, it was cool. It was cool because I learned all about water, like if it's swirling, what it means, and everything else.
All right.
The whole point is, I mean, I was gone. I shot down like 2 miles. It felt like.
Yeah. So
I'm like, So back to your weight thing is, thank God that they do these foam things so the water gets. But think about it. What if I couldn't get out of skirting? I mean, I could not imagine being upside down in the water.
So they have these cool things I seen. Speaking of the heat, because I was thinking about the wetsuits and everything. They actually have like, how they have the heated jackets and everything. They actually have like cold suits that you can put on like for the hot, like weather out here. So people that are working out there, you can wear like a literally temperature cold suit. It involves like what Dick was talking about. Getting wet, like you have a wetsuit under and cold water.
Right.
It's your body temperature designed with the wetsuit keeps you warm.
Right.
So they're like working with this, especially in this extreme heat. When you go into the water, or say if it's like hot, like out today, not even have to do with the water. The suit keep your sweat will make this activate the cold.
Cool.
Into these coats.
So do you guys?
I want one.
Okay, well, we'll look at. So
I want two.
Well, if we.
I want to.
How about this? Let's just start with one and wanting.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: the coolest fabric you can wear in hot weather. Do you guys know what it is?
Well, let's see. It depends though, because like I feel like you can wear like a cotton shirt.
Probably that cold suit I was talking about.
You can wear like a cotton
Teflon,
shirt. They'll like absorb the sweat. Or you could wear like something that has like breathes, so like they could go like through the fabric. So it depends what you want.
So the oldest clothing type is linen. You guys know that's I think like some kind of plant, like cotton, but it's starchy. It's like a starchy heavy thing. Matter of fact, so linen actually it's breathable. I love it.
Yeah.
It's breathable. You'll see a lot of people down south wear it.
Yeah.
Also, also keeps you cool in hot weather.
Beer.
Being covered from head to toe.
Cold beer.
Wearing a hat, number one. So, because remember, you want to keep your head cool because that's where your heat goes to. And actually wearing long sleeves and long pants that are.
Oh, I don't know about that. Long sleeves, long pants.
The appropriate. Yeah, because actually, if you're stuck out in the heat, it will keep your skin cooler because it'll keep the moisture between you and your skin, which will cause the cooling process. Because that's what sweat does. It's nature's way of cooling you down. But if you're sweating,
cool suit, right?
Exactly. But if your sweat evaporates and you're not hydrated, guess what happens?
Well, no. Wait, hold on. Because the way that sweat cools you down is the evaporation process.
Not really. But if you lose all your water and you're stuck out there, are you going to cool down?
So, are you thinking like something like a survival type of situation, or just an everyday?
It's just a survival thing.
Oh, if it's like a survival thing, you want to retain as much water as possible. I understand that.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about just like an everyday type of situation, when you're sweating, basically your body's like, uh-oh, you're too hot. So it basically puts the water through your skin and puts it on the surface. That doesn't cool you down. The part that actually does cool you down is the evaporation process because of thermodynamics, which I had to study in depth.
So, but
because of the psychrometric chart.
But as you know, if you go out west, the heat is dry, so you don't sweat.
Emancipation, evaporation.
So it's a very different. Like you don't get sweaty like here because they don't have any humidity.
Well, you do sweat, but it just evaporates off your skin very fast, so you don't feel the wetness because it's all just basically coming off your skin immediately.
Right.
Whereas if you're in a high humidity situation, your sweat is trying to evaporate, but the air is so full of water it cannot accept any more water. So it's hard for the sweat to evaporate off of you.
Right.
Therefore, you do not get the cooling effect. Hence why, as
Right.
As the very common saying goes, it's not the heat that gets you, it's the humidity.
But it's funny that you said that because, like, us girls, like, you know, we put lotion on our legs and all this stuff, right? So now what we do is we don't realize it, but we're actually putting a barrier between our pores and
Pores, of course. Of
Pores, of
course,
course.
of course.
The pores.
so you'll actually see more sweat come off of us, but guess what? It's not cooling us.
Oh,
The
interesting.
thing is,
Yeah.
so if you ever read the sunscreens now, it says won't block pores, blah blah blah. It's everything about not clogging pores.
Oh, and what does SPF stand for?
Sun protection.
Come on, you know this one.
Sun protection. I
Come
forgot what it
on.
This is a trivia
Factor,
question from-
Factor.
said. Factor.
This is a trivia question from like 3 weeks ago.
So okay, so is this true then?
Factor.
So if it says
Factor.
30, that means every hour you have to put it on.
Sun
Correct?
protection factor.
That I do not know. I just know it's sun protection
no,
factor.
Factor is the factor. That's all. Sun protection factor.
Yeah, but but it really to be
Right.
100% you have to apply it every
Well,
hour.
it depends
every-
upon based on your skin type, and doesn't mean every hour. It's just how you sweat or if you swim. You know,
I
if you
don't know.
burn, what has more, what has less. Just use some shit, I guess, so that way you can't sweat with the lotion.
Well,
And
you know
your
what?
pores, and then you overheat.
Let's do that. This is gonna be a
And your
safety.
evacuation
Everybody
rate.
should wear sunscreen. I've had a lot of family members and friends. I've got a lot of skin cancer cut out of their faces. My dad is also a victim of. My uncle Mark was a golfer. The top of his ears had to be reconstructed to
Yeah,
remove the
jeez.
cancer. So we don't realize it. Putting some kind of sunscreen. A lot of women's face products have it in it. There's plenty of men's products if you don't want to use your lady friends or your mom's thing, but
Right.
really putting sunscreen on your face. You should actually do it in the winter too, they say.
And Nick
because,
uses his beard.
right. Nick,
It has an SPF factor of 74.
right. Well, actually, it's funny, Scott, because you have a lot of hair like I do. So we actually,
What you
and
mean?
Nick does. So we actually, we have natural sunscreen there.
Yeah.
Seriously, really, because think about it, people that are bald.
Yeah.
So
A little bit of sun's good for you, you know, to
vitamin D.
burn all the little microbioorganisms or something, right? I'm making up words.
I've heard that sunlight is a great disinfectant, but I'm not sure about all that.
Right.
But it's true. So if
Don't
you,
burn it out.
this is funny. So lava rock and charcoal, but lava rock, they'll tell you if you have a stinky home to buy lava rock, set it out in the sun, put it in planters and stuff. It absorbs odors, and then you set it back outside.
Oh, no shit.
Yep, sun is a.
Is it an indigenous or a stagnatic lava rock?
I don't
lava
know.
rock.
Lava rock.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
making up more
You know the
words.
kind you buy for
Sounds
grills?
smart, right?
Wasn't it like insidious or something like that?
Right. Indigenous.
Yes.
Ignoramus. Oh,
yes,
okay.
but sunshine is a
Get
natural
fucking
cleanser.
lava rock out of my house.
It's just like the moonlight. Just like the moonlight is a natural something or other. Wait a
I'm
minute.
not an Inca. I don't want to lava rock in my house. Get that shit out of here.
No, but seriously,
Bug will crawl out of it.
or if you have like homes that are damp, they tell
Yeah.
you to. But it's a natural.
It's all
Animals.
kind of weird. We should do some show about all the little
Home remedy
foods
fest.
and home remedies and crap. It's all kind of wireless advice we can give that we'll never use.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, it's very
I
good.
got pine cones sitting there.
You learned about Crapulence today. We get some pine cones
What's a
out
pine
of there.
cone do?
Nothing.
Nothing. I just found them. I just found them.
No,
I'm
bugs-
sure they have some purpose.
The bugs come out of them and get in my beer. That's all they do.
It wards away intruders.
Well, actually, Nick, you think about that. So certain insects and rodents don't like smelly things. Like,
Yeah.
remember we were showing you the
But certain ones live in there, right?
by citronella geraniums out there are actually they call mosquito chasers. It is a natural citronella thing. Of course, they're not Indonesia's to Ohio, so they're only a summer plant. I've tried to bring them in, but then your house smells like it, and who wants that? Unless I had like a back room that I could just throw them in. But anyway, it's just a lot of things. Peppermint. Insects don't like spiders. Don't like peppermint. Rodents don't like peppermint. Peppermint
Right.
oil. There's a lot of
the oil, huh?
Hey.
yeah.
I
Even
thought peppermint only came around during Christmas time.
peppermint.
Yeah.
But rodents don't like it all year round.
That's pine.
oh, yeah.
That's
Oh,
pepper. That's
wait,
candy canes.
like
Nick.
like if someone has ants by the ants in their bathroom,
Right.
grow spearmint, grow mint,
Spearmint. Oh.
or any kind of mint along the side of your house.
Actually,
Right.
I do know a close personal friend that had a gaggle of ants. Like
He did.
It's not an army of ants.
it
No.
was.
It was a murder of crows.
Yes,
A
yes,
murder of
it
crows.
was.
Yeah, I remember that from one of your watching one of your guys' podcasts when I wasn't there. I remember that.
Murder of crows.
It was a crow left of the murder. Yes, that's right.
Right.
Murder of crows.
There was
They didn't like peppermint either.
there was a mosh pit of thousands of ants that were coalescing right near the garage door, and I was wondering what the heck that was about.
Right.
Is
So
there
I
a
wasn't-
bone or
You
something?
know the
down
home
there?
remedy for that?
Squish 'em.
Bleach. Just dump some bleach on the motherfucker. They'll run back to their hole, take it to the queen, and
But, yeah.
they'll take care of the ant farm.
Right. So, like I said, we should find things from like summerish that we could use to
Summerish. Yeah, anything.
It feels like summer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Finally,
Right.
and summer like officially started just the other day,
Yeah.
the longest day of the year, and now it feels hot, 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 hot.
Yes, it
It
was
is.
the longest day of the year. I forgot about that.
It was.
Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to get into the
It
summer
was the
mood.
solstice.
I'm like wearing the Hawaiian shirt, trying to get into the
Oh,
summer
look at-
mood.
It's made
Look,
out of
we got-
linen.
We
right?
got sandals on here. I actually
Yeah.
put on a tank top,
Right.
which I normally don't wear, but
The balloon monkey's out.
balloon monkey's out.
He blew his left arm out. The balloon monkey's out. He blew his left arm out. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, actually, kind of a sad story about the monkey.
Yeah.
Last night when I acquired said monkey, it was a hat that I
Ah.
was wearing, but then unfortunately my cranium was just
So now that
too
makes
expansive.
no. I'm
Well, stand him
understanding
up,
now what
right.
this is about.
So you
The
stand
whole
him
that's
up,
a tail.
Right, that's his tail. This was his one arm that he blew out.
But I mean, is it a tail?
Right.
See what happened when I got him?
It's always been a tail. Oh God!
Scott,
Now he's
Scott's fixing him.
He's contorting in different
Look at this
positions.
motherfucker. Get out of here. Get your tail off.
So was Robert the balloon guy, the little dude that comes around? Where were you at?
He's gonna get hurt, that poor monkey.
Oh, I was out and about. I just acquired him in my travels.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what time are we
Took
at,
him for
guys?
that kid. Right.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Okay.
I guess I was just going to ask you guys if you had any fun summer plans coming up.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Actually, we do.
Right.
Really?
I'm gonna sweat my balls off. And,
Okay, excellent. Check that off.
And I'm gonna crapulent myself a couple times.
Said that already. But do you have like any specific dates and activities and performances or what have you?
I'm gonna scar Scott for life and take him to my family in Pigeon Forge. No, I'm teasing.
That'd be
Oh,
fun.
Pigeon Forge is fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, a lot of my cousins, they're
They
good.
have some thing you could float around the city in some stupid looking fucking thing, right?
I guess. I don't know. So,
I'm gonna do that.
so my
Okay.
I just want to know if I can drink on that some bitch.
yes,
Oh,
I'll let you.
sweet.
Scott. Even if you couldn't, you'd find a way. Come
I
on.
know.
I mean, we were at my niece's graduation, and you sneak a beer
It's just
in.
like soda.
He's got a beer, and my mom looks
Oh
over and
my
looks
God.
at him.
No, I
She
didn't.
gave the death stare.
No, everybody.
That's
had
all right.
one.
We didn't.
Oh,
She don't
crowd
care.
had one.
So, but yeah,
They were just mad I didn't have one for them.
probably. But actually, I'm looking forward to it because
Yeah, that'd be fun.
my mom's family is really cool. They're very diverse. So like cousins that race cars. They have cousins that do they do welding. They do drilling. They own farms. Basically outdoors kind of people.
Outdoorsy.
So
very
then I got a
nice.
couple cousins who married people that were in bands. So I can't wait for maybe can all bring acoustics and they can hang out and
Yeah.
jam.
And they're
Acoustics.
electric.
Yeah, so that'd be interesting.
Acoustics.
Acoustics. A lot of good cooking. That's all homemade, so that's good.
Mhm.
It'll be fun for me because I haven't seen a lot of people in 4 years since I started this restaurant. So for me, it's gonna be quite exciting.
Oh, wow.
fun.
Yeah. I think Mike.
Go down to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Well, be careful if you get down to Sevierville.
What's Sevierville? Is that the place you got lost doing Uber?
No, this is a different trip.
Oh.
Went down to Sevierville and there was some scary stuff.
Sevierville.
So Scott and I are kind of trying to hope we can just do a progression, maybe stop in Nashville or something.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna
okay.
bring- Look at this acoustic. Thank you, Mr. Acoustic. Yeah, what else? What do you got planned for the summer, Nick?
Ooh,
What do you got
alright.
planned? What do you got planned?
Not too much. Just keeping it low key and just kind of looking to put some dates on the calendar. My uncle's playing in his band down at Whiskey Island Marina on Wednesday.
I hear you're a new roadie.
I guess I'm going to be the new roadie. So I'll probably be following them around for a little bit, as long as my services are still needed. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to like kind of getting into the summer mode, because I don't know. I feel like this is kind of like an ebb and flow. Like I feel like I almost have like a 2024 summer hangover because we did so much last year. So I'm just trying to kind of refire, get things rolling again. Just like get into a good summer mode, summer vibe. Maybe get some nice music going. I'd really want to hit the beach, walk on the sand with those water moccasins.
Right.
Different stuff like that, cookouts and what have you.
That'll be the kid throwing trash at you.
Actually, we're hoping now to jam a little bit outside this year like we did last year. With the
Yeah, it'd be
music.
fun.
Yeah.
There'll be lots of
we
good
got
stuff
we got
going.
a couple people healing from some
Yeah.
injuries and stuff, but I really tell you that was a lot of fun
So
just to set up jam sessions.
Yeah, and then it's like for everybody, just everybody get out there and enjoy your days, pick and choose, and live for the moment. Don't look too far ahead, but you get out there and just do what you got and deal with what you got. You can't be everywhere at once. You can only do one thing at a time and make the best of it wherever you're at. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's where you are, that's where you're at. You make the best of it. I'm here to do the tracks.
Exactly. You know what?
I'm here to do the trash.
Exactly.
That's what I'm at now, right?
But it's really bad if you got a moment to do something. Take it and do it.
Enjoy it, because
Exactly.
sometimes who knows how much you go see family, you see friends. Just make the best of it all. You know what I mean? That's all. And just enjoy it as long as you're there. Enjoy it. Don't grump. Don't bump. It's always going to be too hot, too cold. It's always going to be too something. But that's why you're doing it. Enjoy the 4th of July. That's coming up.
America's birthday.
That's it. You know what I mean? Can't wait. It's gonna be a fun summer. It's just kind of getting started. And we've still got about good 2, 3, 4 months maybe left of doing some stuffs for the summer. And we can get to our pumpkin beer, everybody.
I'm not worried about jumping pumpkins.
Just do the pumpkin beer.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the summer started. I'm trying to all right, let's try to reignite this thing. Let's try to turn the crank. And I was just I don't know. I was talking to a couple of friends not too long ago about years gone by. I'm like, I get it. Years gone by, we had some fun times, but we're here. Let's enjoy the moment. So yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to do this summer is enjoy the moment.
That's it. So I look at it this way. You're either having fun or you're not having fun. And whose fault is that? Somebody else's fault, and
It's
make
oneself.
sure they know, right?
You guys, and here's the thing is,
Yeah.
it's funny that we focus so much on summer being here in Ohio, and because we don't get the outdoorsy thing, But if you go out west, they don't even summer to them is like the most grueling thing, you know what I mean? Because they have summer all year round, kind of for them,
Oh, well, like California, eh?
Huh? I mean the state that's gonna sink.
Yeah.
I think they're drilling right now to cut them off from the whole United States. I swear, it's a joke.
City,
But
leave them Californians alone.
But what I will have to say, we are very graced to have the seasons.
Yeah.
To go through it. I do love when on a winter night, the nice crisp snow that comes down.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. It glistens, the moonlighting on it. You get the flowers as they come. We watch the grass from brown to green.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just even the fall, right?
Yeah.
It's that the smell of the autumn leaves, the burning of wood. Just different.
That's
So
right.
we
Enjoy it.
Yeah, we
Get out
kinda-
there and tell that motherfucker you hate. Fuck you, I hate you. Let's have a beer and laugh at him and say, fuck
And
you. I hate
smack
you.
him in the face.
Right. Let's arm wrestle you,
Yeah.
bastard.
But that's the cool thing is
Yeah.
going places where you don't know people and just affecting people's lives in a positive way by saying hi and having a couple laughs and a couple drinks. If you're
Yeah.
not a drinker, maybe share a hot dog or a marshmallow.
Right, they could go take their pills over there. No, just be friendly with everybody, because I look at it sometimes. Sometimes you're there and people, you might be going through a lot, you might be stressed out, but you never know what they're going through too. I know it took somebody to get there that spot, and have a little mercy and compassion, share a few laughs, and
Right.
spread the joy. I mean, that's what summer's all about. Because guess what? It's summer, and
Summer,
time marches on. You know what I mean?
How's the song go? It's summertime. The
Yes.
living's easy.
Man.
All right. Well, I guess that's
Yeah.
a good place as any to put an end to it. So,
Okay,
you guys
cool.
have any last words
Hey,
on the program?
another-
before we
Hey,
go?
at least we stayed cool today.
Yeah, we cool. Yep, thank you guys.
Sitting on the heat and immediately like a bunch
right.
of dumbasses. No, I'm just
I did suggest it. I even had the fan in the window for us just in case we decided to do it. Should see, and I have my battery fan.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I did back
a
up.
battery
That's-
operated fan.
That's fancy.
It's got D's. Just say no. But
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say is just because you think that you survived the worst or the best, and you think that people don't understand you or you don't understand them. You just remember one thing: I put everything in perspective, like God handle it, and I try to be the best version of me every day, even if it makes me have to come home to cry, or it makes me come home and want to scream and yell. I just remember that one thing: I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing my purpose, and I just know that every day I try to be kind, be tolerable, but also remember, don't be used. It's your own fault, but at the same time, just lift people up the best you can, and if you can't, walk away and call a motherfucker under your breath. No, just tease. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, don't crapulence yourself.
Yeah, no crapulence.
Yeah, get out there and enjoy summer, That's going to be great. Nick, what do you think, bud?
Oh, we got a late-breaking comment. Diana says, coolest group of people. Hope you're all staying safe and cool. Diana, that's going to be my last word on the program since you came in with the comment
Thank
right
you,
on
Diana.
time. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Diana. Bye.